Alright, what to do during a tsunami? If you listen, there is a tsunami warning. The first thing you have to do is inform everybody near to you and dear to you. Information is vital in such disasters. So as soon as you listen, there is a tsunami warning, make sure that everybody of your loved ones who are near and dear to you, everybody knows about it. Second thing, search for a high place. It could be a high hill or whatever is the nearest place which is higher than the place where you are staying, that's a safe place. If you are staying in a 10-story building and you are staying on the 3rd floor, climb up to the roof. As high as you can get, the better is. Third, before you evacuate, before you get out of your building, make sure that you have your emergency kit where there should be water, basic food item, just for survival of a couple of days. Communication equipment is vital. Make sure that you have a working communicative equipment with you and a flashlight and first aid kit. This is important. You need to have proper clothing, proper lighting, proper communication equipment, first aid kit and water, food. These are 5 things necessary, and make sure a small kit for you to survive a couple of days. That's a calculation. So make sure that you have the disaster management or disaster supplies kit or emergency kit, whatever you call it, have with you. Go for the higher place. Keep watch of the updates which is given by the government authorities. If it is a tsunami, make sure, or just don't fall in a false alarm that the first wave didn't hit us so it's safe. No. In tsunamis, generally the first waves will be smaller ones. The higher wave will be coming after. So it is not the first wave which is higher, which is destructive. It will be the waves which is following it. So until the warning is over, do not climb down. Make sure you are in a higher place, the highest place you can find. That is a safe place for you. Even in case of flood, it's the same. You need to have the emergency kit planned, and before the water comes over you, make sure you go to the highest place possible. That's the safe place. Also, it's vital to have communication equipment and proper lighting and first aid kit. All the 5 things which I said is compulsory in every disaster management or even in every disaster supplies kit. So information, pass information, go for higher place, because your presence may hamper the rescue and search operations which is carried by the government authorities. So avoid such places. Do not go to see what happens there. Let them work because they are trying to save some lives or save some property. So you should not be a hindrance. You should not, even if you don't assist, make sure you are not a disturbance. So avoid such places at every cost, unless it is your home and you are trying to help. Second thing, if it is a water-clogged area, do not enter in that building, because even if the structure seems safe, the foundations may have already eroded because of the water. So unless the water is completely resided, do not re-enter. Third thing, in a water-clogged area, if the water is gone, still when you go back to your building, to your house or to the building where you stay, it will be muddy, and there would be sharp items on the floor. So it is very possible that you will get cut on your feet. So make sure your shoes are thick enough to avoid such thing. Be planned for animals like snakes or scorpions in that building, because they also try to avoid the water. So they will be in higher places. You go and put your hand in places which is dry or inside the house. There could be such animals or insects in there. So be prepared for it. Also, when you re-enter in the building, the electric line could be cut, or the gas line could be cut, the gas could be opened. So the possibility of electrocution, a fire, it's imminent. Make sure you check everything carefully before you enter. Also, if you find any cracks on the building, do not enter unless a qualified person inspects it and says that it is safe. Because these small cracks what you see could be a major damage for the wall and could collapse on you. So be aware of such possible collapse. Also, the wet floor could be really dangerous for a slip. So you'll have to think about a slip hazard, a trip hazard, cuts, and possible animals in your building. Also the structural damage. These are the basics you have to check whenever you are entering in a place where it was water clogged. These are basic information which I am giving about electrical problems, possible electrical problems and gas leaks, etc., or fire. But think of every possible scenario and prepare for it. That's what you have to do when you are entering in a building after such a water clog. Also, try to assist as much as others, but make sure that you are not a hindrance just going to see what rescuers are doing. In any disaster management situation, when the rescuers are working, make sure you avoid that place so that they can work proper. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next class with the survival skills and first aid.